strategy this time around is that I am going to support a northerner in 2027.
Really?
Yes.
Sheila, me I go quarrel for this Instagram. Sheila, we go quarrel for this Instagram.
Do you want to compare Peter Obi's legacy to Donald Duke's legacy? Do you want to compare it to Tinubu's legacy in Lagos?
My condition to the northerners, it must be a northerner that the whole north will be willing to support.
Like an Atiku.
If the whole north is willing to support an Atiku, why not?
We know them. The intention, obviously, is to begin to incite them to foment trouble within the party. Fictitious individuals have been cranked up from nowhere.
Peter Obi is even the reason people are taking the coalition seriously.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. This ADC coalition is causing a lot of chaos. Coalition just happened. A lot of bass is going on. Oh, I don't want Peter Obi to be the president of 2027. Oh, I want Peter Obi to be the president. Everybody is just causing chaos. I want you guys to watch this particular video of Kenneth Okonkwo saying that he would rather prefer they give Northerner the ticket, which is Atiku, rather than giving Peter Obi, because Peter Obi will make Tinubu to win. That at least they should play a strategic movement like the one Bola Ahmed Tinubu did by giving Buhari the ticket. After Buhari ruled, then Ina came in. So let Northerner rule first, then before Peter Obi. If at all Peter Obi must rule, then before Peter Obi can rule. I want you guys to watch the interview that is sparking a lot of misreaction on social media right now.
The big question here is, how do you know Bola Tinubu very well?
Yes.
You know the APC as presently constituted. How do you want to defeat that tendency in our political climate at the moment in 2027?
Now, it is a very easy thing if people would yield to strategy and not sentiment. Give Bola Tinubu his own style, his own strategy, and he's back to Bodilon. What did Bola Tinubu do in 2015? He went to the north, picked a man that he knows that all the northerners are in support. As at that time, Bola Tinubu wanted to be president because he said it's his lifetime ambition. But he knew that if he, as a southerner, tries to take out an incumbent southerner, he will fail. Because nobody has succeeded from the same section of the president, incumbent, to take out an incumbent president. He went to the north and brought a man that he knew that all the northerners are supporting. And when he brought him, any combination from the south took out Jonathan. And he bided his own time. And he came in later to become the president. That is strategy. If my own strategy this time around is that I am going to support a northerner in 2027.
Really?
Yes. And it must be, my condition to the northerners, it must be a northerner that the whole north will be willing to support.
Like an Atiku.
If the whole north is willing to support an Atiku, why not?
Or a Tambuwal.
If the whole north is willing to support, why not?
Or an Erufai.
Good. The person must be qualified, must have experience, and if he has experience in the presidency, it's an added advantage. And when we put up anything from the south, that will push him through. Let me tell you.
But would that be fair? Would that be fair that there was an 8 years of Buhari, a 4 years, if the case is the way you have put it, of Bola Tinubu, and then now the south has not had a share of 8 years in the rotation understanding of Nigeria, politically speaking? Would that be a fair game?
Good. Thank you for this question. And let me use this opportunity to clarify. The term of the president is 4 years, not 8 years. According to Alex Ekweme, what they agreed initially is that this post will be rotated amongst the geopolitical zones for 4-year term. And it will, in 24 years, it will have completed. But when Obasanjo came in, that was why Ekweme contested for 2003 election. That was when he said it. When Obasanjo came in, he took 8 years. But what happened? When Yaradua came in, before he finished one term, he died in office. Did they not insist that he must finish his 8 years? The answer is no. You know why? It is 1 term for the president, and the 8 years is for the incumbent. If the incumbent is doing well, if there is a supervening event that stops an incumbent halfway, the other half is there for every Nigerian to contest. And if it goes to the other side will now spend 4 years. That was what happened between Yaradua and Goodluck Jonathan. Yaradua spent 4 years. Just take it 4 years. Of course, you know he died before the 3rd year. And then it was a supervening event that did not allow the incumbent to finish the 8 years. What happened? Goodluck Jonathan came. The North said, please, let us finish our 8 years. They said, no, it's a joint ticket. Something has happened. And this is the vice president. Treat it as a joint ticket. Let them divide the position now into half. 4 years for the North, 4 years to the South. And after, it will come back to the North to finish its 8 years. And that was what happened. Even when Jonathan wanted to now continue to do 8 years, the North said no. That will now be injustice. And they fought, and they took it back to the North. And the North finished 8 years. Now it is back to the South. And Tinubu has become incurably bad. And now you want to terminate his incumbency. Anybody telling you that it's injustice, if the North comes in, if the South comes in, and whoever wins in a primary election will take it for 4 years. Where is the injustice? It has happened before. So, and anybody telling you to bring a fresh Southerner to compete against Tinubu, a Southerner, is trying to tell you to zone the ticket to Tinubu, and Tinubu will win outrightly.
So you are saying that invariably that Tinubu's possibility of becoming or being re-elected in 2027
yes,
is incumbent on the opposition fielding the same candidate from the same zone. But that if the opposition wants to beat Tinubu and the APC,
yes,
the candidate must come from the opposite zone.
Absolutely. And I'll give you the reason. In 2019, the opposition wanted to use Atiku with Obi to beat an incumbent Northerner who had just done 4 years. Did they succeed? No, they failed. And what happened? Tinubu, strategically, in 2015, he used a Northerner to remove an incumbent Southerner. Did he succeed? Yes. Because that is
he conceding to the fact that the North has a more political weight in the power game?
No. Let's look at it this way. Somebody from your zone, if you listen to Olufalaye said his election was rigged. But immediately the people rigged him out. They prevailed on him that he is a fellow Yoruba person that he contested with. Why not let him leave it? We have not had a good electoral system. This election is going to be written, like I've always told you, in 2027. They have already prepared it. Have they done electoral? Yes, have they done.
Do you have evidence to that?
No, I told you 2023 there was technical glitch, and they have not given us the excuse till today. Technical glitch, by my own definition, is the process of suspending an election so that you can write it instead of transmitting it. And there is no assurance that you do not have in 2027.
If you say
so
that
if they write
the
2027 and is a fellow Southerner that you're competing with, they will prevail on you. Please leave him. He's your fellow Southerner. And then that is how they will steal the election. So if you bring somebody from the Southeast, even if you win, they will steal it from him. Let me tell you the strategy that will make the Southeast man to be president. Do you know the Southwest has never contested election against an incumbent? Strategy. Because they know in Nigeria, if you don't have the establishment supporting you, even if you win, they will steal it from you. Olufalaye said it was stolen from him. If you ask me, I will say we won the election in 2023. It was stolen from us because we didn't have.
We won the election.
That's my belief. In 2023, I believe it. But they stole it from us.
Let me ask you.
And if you do it again, they will steal it again from you because there is no incumbent to back you. But if you bring somebody from the North, nobody will prevail on him to leave his victory
quickly.
Because, yes, because he's not from the same side with you.
Yeah, quickly. How do you then tell Nigerians that the ruling party has said, these people are spent, they've been in power. What new thing do they want to bring? How do they defend the failures of the past government, which they were part of? Some past governors, past ministers. How do you defend that the failures of this country in the past, you are coming and you say you want to redeem it? Would Nigerians believe the coalition and some of the elements in it?
Okay, let me give you an example. the worst of PDP now has become better than the best of APC. Assuming you talk about an Atiku, if he can take us to Obasanjo days, are we not going to celebrate? Assuming. Because the performance of APC has beatified. PDP has beatified. Whoever served, for instance, in Obasanjo's government, they paid off all our debts. You remember? And we were not owing. APC has borrowed Nigeria into about 177 trillion naira in debt without nothing to show for it. We are enjoying darkness, not light. I've told you now, people cannot fly to go and come back. I've told you how flawed. Took away 500 persons in Niger State. The president has not gone to commiserate with them. I've told you how 500 persons were roasted by terrorists in Benue State. Now, if you get a president, assuming who was with Obasanjo, there was no security problem then. We were moving in the right direction. No debt, our economy became the largest in Africa. Assuming, wouldn't you be happy? Right. So when they say the same old people, please, APC should stop lying. All right.
Now you have watched the video. A lot of people are asking, why is Kenneth Okonkwo like this? He has been talking down on Peter Obi. Sometimes you see him want to talk in support of Peter Obi. The other moment you see him talking down about Peter Obi. I don't really know what he wants. According to him, before in my previous videos that I've watched about him or make about him, he said that Peter Obi is too weak. Now maybe he's supporting Atiku. Remember, everybody is saying that Atiku will want to lobby everything to make sure that at a dying minute, exactly what he did to Nelson Wike, he will do it to Peter Obi. Now Peter Obi becomes the major topic that everybody is trying to disintegrate. Everybody is talking about Peter Obi now. I have never watched a video of anybody talking down on Atiku. No. Now, I want you guys to watch this particular video of that the freeze. Ashley Inlo, the comedian, lied about Peter Obi, said that he used 100 million naira to repair 1 million naira car. I want you guys to watch what that the freeze responded back to him.
Do you want to compare Peter Obi's legacy to Donald Duke's legacy? Do you want to compare it to Tinubu's legacy in Lagos? Do you want to compare it to Fashola's legacy in Lagos? Do you want to compare it to Akpabio's legacy? Peter Obi cannot lace the shoe of Akpabio, what Akpabio did in Akwa Ibom State. They did not call Akpabio the transformer for nothing.
It transformer Akwa Ibom.
And obedient. It's not fair that we don't have somebody.
Akpabio was the one that gave the people of Akwa Ibom a sense of dignity.
Akpabio was a better performer than Peter Obi now.
Wow.
See, there are metrics you can use to judge someone's performance. And that's why I said that prudency is not sufficient to call you a leader. Number one, we have to gauge by urbanization project. You can never compare the urbanization project of Akpabio with that of Peter Obi.
Sheilo, me I go quarrel for this Instagram. Sheilo, we go quarrel for this Instagram. I'm using this medium to call out comedian Sheilo, who has accused Peter Obi of using 200 million naira to maintain a 1-point-something million naira car. Sheilo, I want you to come out publicly and apologize to Peter Obi, because the Peter Obi me I know, forget anything what they do. Peter Obi wey me I know, no if you use 200 million, maintain 1 million naira car.
It seems to be like Peter Obi is a nightmare. Anything they do, they don't talk about Atiku, neither Shewure. They just focus on Peter Obi, trying to destroy the guy's integrity, trying to stain his reputation. They don't just want to see him smiling. Anything he do, everybody keep on attacking him. Now, after I watched this video, I thought maybe that was all. Until I also came across this particular video where this man is saying on all these kind of things. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
We know them, but we deliberately left their names out because we have credible intelligence within the government that some senior officials of government invited our party chairman in the Northwest first, then they followed it with invitation to party chairmen from the Northeast. The intention, obviously, is to begin to incite them to foment trouble within the party. And you could see what happened by this morning. Some fictitious individuals have been cranked up from nowhere to go to court, claiming that our appointment as interim executive was not legitimate, was not according to the law of the party, and that we have done what they call a hostile takeover. So it's part of, but it's consistent with the style of this APC government, that what they desire, what they want to see is a Nigeria where no opposition party can survive. They've done it to PDP, they've done it to Labour Party, they've done it to SDP, they've done it to NNDP, and this, ironically, is what has led to the coalition that now presents the only credible alternative to Nigeria. And that is why we are saying that this government needs to be careful. They need to understand that democracy is about options. Democracy is about alternatives. When you don't leave people with options, and when you don't leave them with alternatives, then you can't call that democracy anymore. And that's why we reminded them that when President Goodluck Jonathan, in 2015, if President Goodluck Jonathan had come out and tried to destroy the opposition completely like they are trying to do, President Bola Tinubu will not be president of Nigeria today, and APC will not have come to power. So what we are saying is that in the interest of democracy of this country, they should allow opposition parties to survive. They should allow opposition to breathe. In 2027, they should tell Nigerians why Nigerians should vote for them again. If they convince Nigerians, Nigerians should go and vote for them. If they are not able to convince Nigerians, Nigerians should turn around and see options for them. And that's why we are saying we are very clear. We know what we are saying. We are not just making allegations. We know that their hands are in all the crises in all the opposition's party. And now the same hands are now being poked into the coalition since we emerged to their utter dismay last Wednesday.
Anyway, I will rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts about what Kenneth Okonkwo said? Do you think, okay, what he said really makes sense? That this new coalition, let Atiku come out first. After Atiku ruled for 8 years, then Peter Obi will now come in. But me, I don't... Atiku. A lot of Nigerians are saying that even if Atiku win that primary, they would rather vote for Tinubu to continue than to vote for Atiku. The Northerners are saying no, they would rather vote for Atiku, or for them to vote for Peter Obi, they will vote for Tinubu. So everybody just vote for Tinubu, and let's face this reality of hunger in the next 8 years, which is 2031. Let's just face it and rest than Atiku to become president. Atiku said if he did not win primary, Peter Obi will only rule one tenure as a sick condition. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that Peter Obi should just return to Labour Party and have peace of mind? Or do you think that he should continue? Maybe he will win this primary. Now that Peter Obi really don't know his stand, he's saying that I'm not engaged this coalition, neither have I told you that I've left a Labour Party, which means he just one leg stand there, He really do not want people to just sideline him. So let's just see how everything goes. All right, this is where I'm going to be ending the video today. Remember, we love you, but God love you more. If you love us, the only way you can show your love to us is to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video. What do you think about Kenneth Okonkwo? What do you also think about Shenyilo? What do you think about that the freeze respond? What do you think about how people are trying to go against Peter Obi becoming president in 2027? What was your thoughts about everything? Please comment it in the comment section. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Try and subscribe to support the growth of this channel. I love you guys. God love you. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Peter Obi is even the reason people are taking the coalition seriously. The moment he leaves, don't forget that Obi is not a pushover. It happened in 2023 when he discovered that this same Atiku, who is ritualistic when it comes to dollarization of primaries, it has become a ritualistic affair for Atiku to use dollars to win the primaries. He noticed that he's a kind of person that doesn't want to dent his image. Obi left because he doesn't have that financial firepower to wrestle power from Atiku. He left the PDP and went to Labour Party. And when he came to Labour Party, he brought values to a party that never had even a councillor of a ward.
Okay.